Hello, my lovelies. Okay, it is officially time for me to start my Learn Tarot with Me series, and I am so very excited. Okay, these are my babies. It's very hard to choose from all my decks, but these are my 5 favorite. So with that, I thought I would start this a little bit differently because I know traditionally I've seen a lot of people who have started like series like this, and it will start with the major arcana. They will work their way through from the Fool all the way to the end, work through the minor arcana eventually. But I don't know if it's just because I have a Libra, Sun, Mercury, and Venus. I feel the need to start with the Suit of Swords. And I want to work through the swords and all of the other minor arcana suits. And then I want to work backwards through the major arcana so that this truly ends at the Fool, for the Fool's journey, for you to take all the knowledge that you learn here and be able to take it and use it for your own reading, for your own practice, or for reading for your friends, or for however you need to go about it. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. I am starting a subscription only series for this. It is very cheap. I would love to hear your feedback about the pricing as well, but I've currently set it about $5 for the month, just to make sure that I'm not over flooding my normal TikTok readings with information that a lot of people may already have, and that this is getting to the people that it really deserves to get to. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the Suit of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Okay, so the Suit of Swords. In case you didn't know, all of the minor arcana can also be translated over to the suits in a regular deck of cards. So the Suit of Swords would translate to the spades. With that, the swords are everything to do within the realm of thoughts, intelligence, communication. How we go about structuring our day-to-day lives through being curious, through our logical mindset, through finding details, through our self-discipline, through the morality that we hold within our mind, okay? The Suit of Swords is also associated with the air elements, so, the element of air, as well as like anyone who may be considering themselves like an air element, whether it's anywhere in your chart, but that would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Air in general has a lot to do with, well, it is with communication at the centerpiece of it, okay? But this is both the internal communication that you have within your mind for yourself, but also the external communication that you use to create the world around you, okay? And so with that, the Ace, or not the Ace of Swords, but just swords in general have almost this double-sidedness to them, because the sword, although it is this mighty, powerful, beautiful thing that can be used to bring clarity and communication and understanding to so many things, when gone about it incorrectly with the wrong energy, it could be very cold, very ruthless, and lead to a lot of miscommunication, a lot of confusion, a lot of almost like intimidation or like deconstruction of things, okay? So it is very important, especially when you're pulling a traditional tarot, to understand like the positive and negative like connotations attached to the upright or reversed meaning of it, okay? And so with that, I want to go ahead and step into the Ace of Swords. I find it very interesting that it's 333 as I say that, because interestingly enough, aces being ones are new beginnings, potential, opportunity presenting itself, and threes are all about creativity and inspiration, things finally starting up again. So with that, Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords upright has so much to do with, I just hear the word breakthrough, okay? This is about clarity. This is about breakthrough. This is about new ideas, something focusing in, getting the fine details of something, okay? Like a new vision, a new force, and something honest, like honesty, the truth coming out, okay? The sword of truth is often what I see with this. It also sometimes reminds me of the Justice card, but we'll get into that later. Okay, so Ace of Swords. We're gonna start with the traditional cards here. Okay, these are my more traditional decks here, just for some visual representation. As you can see, similarly across the 3 of them, there is the sword, the mighty hand, the wreath atop, and the crown, okay? The wreath often representing success, victory, great power. The crown representing loyalty and royalty. The vast seas and mountains behind representing the greater impact that this spoken word or that these thoughts can have, okay? And with that, The Ace of Swords to me often represents, again, like I was saying, clarity, breakthrough, vision, something coming to light. Okay, so if you're pulling for love, this could often mean that there is some sort of discussion coming up. This could be an opportunity for the two of you to finally speak some truth and overcome some struggles. This could be an opportunity to finally be honest about how you're feeling if somebody has not professed how they feel about you yet. If you're talking about career, this could be like a new focus in work. This could be like a clear sign coming in work. This could be clear communication in the workspace. If you're talking about finances, I feel like this would be a clear sign that you need to go about your finances a little more rationally and remove just a little bit of the emotion about it, okay? So I feel like just overall, the Ace of Swords just often represents like a new point of view, a breakthrough of some sort. It's the sharp blade of truth cutting through with intelligence the lies and the deception, and whether it's through you putting two and two together, somebody communicating something, a conversation being had, I would always say talk about it, because the reversal of the Ace of Swords, which would be like lack of communication, right, is often where you're going to find, especially in love, this would lead to like, this would be like representative of like non-communication, bottling things up, not having clear communication between like what's going on between the two of you, clashing perspectives, using not so nice words, assumptions are a very big part of non-communication. Okay, I always say to assume makes an ass out of you and me, so let's not do that, okay? Especially if we're pulling the Ace of Swords reverse, because what happens when you're holding the swords away from you and then you flip them reverse? Then they're pointing at you, and this may be a moment for you to reflect on the mirrors that you're having in life and what's coming in for you, and like what you're speaking out into the world, as well as what you're speaking about yourself, okay? Because that's often what you're going to project onto others, okay? So with that, stepping into like career aspects, if you were to pull this in reversal, this would often mean like I would say there's some sort of inability to express yourself clearly. There is some sensation of boredom. It's not stimulating you intellectually, because I feel like if the Ace of Swords were to come up for the career upright, it would also be like representative of like whatever it is that you are doing has your focus and attention for a reason, right? Okay, as well as finances. If it were to come out in reversed, I would say you may need to look a little more in depth at like legal documentation, financial documentation, things of that nature, things that you've signed recently, as well as like the fine print of things, because that may have something to do with like the whatever negative aspect is going on in your life currently with this tarot card. Now, just for some added visuals, I do have these, which are two of my other favorite decks. I feel like I've never shown this deck on TikTok, and I may not be able to show all the cards, but I will try for this series. With that, again, you can kind of see it's almost like this lightning bolt coming through and striking truth onto the written paper, right? Like, this sword is powerful. It has the reality to, like, it has the power to manifest your thoughts into a physical reality. So with that, be careful what words you are using, especially the words within your mind, because eventually they will break through. And it's a matter of what kind of impact you want those words to have, okay? Whew, I am loving this energy already. So with that, stay tuned. Again, I am starting a subscription series, and I am going to go ahead and get into the next part. I love you guys so much, and I will see you very soon.